I'm Levy, and I'm going to be reviewing Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I'm here at the Fulwell Cross Library in London, England, which is appropriate for this book because it's set in London. In Brave New World, Aldous Huxley builds a society where everyone is working towards maintaining social order as opposed to pursuing their own individual interests. Things like fiction writing or even just being sad is frowned upon, and so to do this they have to build society into castes and make people comfortable and want to be in those roles. So at the very bottom you have gammas, epsilons, and deltas. They perform the very menial tasks that are still needed to make a society work. And at the top you have betas and alphas that do more of the scientific jobs, work in the hatcheries. A lot of the characters just end up being drugged the whole time, which I find funny. I had a hard time finding a main character for the book. At first I thought it was going to be Bernard Marx. He comes out very early in the book as being the oddball character that is shunned because he is so different, not wanting to do the things that he's told to do. But in the end I think the real hero of the story is John the Savage, who actually does cause a ruckus in the end and isn't so afraid to act on wanting to be different. But basically what brings conflict to the book is difference. It is being different, going against what everyone wants them to do, not taking somas, not having sex with anyone you want, not wanting to be happy all the time. That's what drives the book. So Brave New World was published in 1932, and immediately it sparked controversy. Ireland was the first to ban it. They banned it on grounds of sexual promiscuity. Mostly what everyone that seeks to ban the book has a problem with is that it encourages drugs and sex and conformity, and it gives students the feeling of helplessness that they can't change things from happening. Kind of silly because the whole point of the book is to wake up people, so that they do want to protect their rights and their individualism. It's kind of weird to me that people can cite hopelessness as a reason for pulling a book out of a library or out of a country, but that's the truth. In the US, teachers have been fired for assigning it to their students. In 2000, it was removed from the Foley Library because it showed contempt for marriage and family values. It's not like we're talking about the 1950s where I could kind of see that happening, but it's the year 2000. So it's kind of a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. They're citing that as a reason for removal from a library. To figure out what I wanted to talk about when thinking about this book, because there's so many different angles you can analyze it from. You can take a Marxist standpoint, a feminist standpoint. There's so many different directions you can go. For me, because my background is in women's studies, I took the feminist lens to this book. I found it interesting that in order to make the society work, in order for women to function, first of all, they had to take away their choices, and they had to make them happy that they didn't have any choices. Women always said yes, and they always wanted to say yes. And that's the only way to keep everyone happy, including men, is for them to bow down to men. That's kind of where I had a problem with Lenina's character, because she showed so much promise in the beginning. She was actually questioning the social order. She was questioning, well, why do I have to be with all these different men? Why can't I just pick this one man that I really, really like? Why do I have to go out with this person tonight? I don't really want to, but I will because that's what I'm supposed to do. I think she could have had a really great breakthrough in the book, and she never really did. She never lived up to that potential. That was my only complaint about the book. Otherwise, I thought it was really great social commentary, and I definitely highly recommend it. The next book in the series is going to be An American Tragedy by Theodore Dreiser. I'm not sure what the book is about. It's the first book that is banned on sexual grounds, so probably something a little racier in this book.